Hi everyone, I'm Ali GREYMOND. Today I wanted to talk to you about a question I get a lot, and this question is at the end of all of this, at the end of my recovery, will I know, or post recovery rather, should I say, will I know that all of these thoughts were false? Will I have that certainty? And the answer is absolutely, you will have the certainty. But it comes in a different way than you think it's going to come in. It's not like a eureka moment where it's like, aha, now I am certain. It doesn't work like that. Your level of uncertainty equals your level, well, generally equals your level of anxiety. And for those people who are worried that they're not anxious about the thoughts, then it's your level of being anxious about not being anxious about the thoughts. So it's still the same idea. You're anxious about something. So whether it's the actual content of the thought, or not having anxiety, or having the thoughts coming back and not having anxiety attached to them, whatever it is, in whatever way OCD convolutes it, you're still anxious, and that level of anxiety equals to the level of how real the thoughts seem. So as in the level of uncertainty. So meaning that if you are at 10 out of 10, thoughts feel very real, your uncertainty is extremely high. If it's at 2 out of 10, thoughts really don't feel that real at all. The level of certainty is pretty high, and it's just, well, there's just this maybe, and then the one, and then not at all, and then the maybe goes away. So what I'm trying to say here is that it dissipates slowly. So it's not a moment where, like I said, that's not a eureka moment, that's not an aha moment. It's very slowly you start to understand that, yeah, this was false. And also, not with everybody, but I would say with most people, this really depends on the type of OCD the person has. But with most people, what I see is that they start to, as the anxiety goes down, they start to see that, well, this is not really adding up, and this doesn't really make sense, and that doesn't really make sense. All the little things that they didn't see because they were in such high state of anxiety, they were kind of missing all these details. So now that the fog is clearing up, they're starting to see that, yeah, I see now what everybody else is seeing, that this doesn't logically actually make sense. And this is how, again, how recovery happens. But for all of this to happen, when thoughts come in, you have to refuse reaction. If you are a 10 out of 10 now, and if the thoughts seem really real now, please understand that there's only two ways about it. It's either you don't have OCD and all of this is real, which I've never seen with a client, but maybe you are the first, as OCD will tell you, right? Maybe I'm the first. No, you will not be the first. Or you do have OCD, and all of these are just part of OCD thoughts. There is no in between. You either have OCD about this or you don't. And since this is your primary, whatever this is, right? If this is your primary worry, then if you didn't have this, you wouldn't have OCD, right? So you either have OCD or you don't. So which is it, right? Clearly, I think you can tell just generally by how worked up about it you are, how anxious about it you are, that you clearly do have OCD. This clearly is a thought that's highly anxiety producing. It doesn't, people without OCD almost never experience this high level of anxiety and this obsessive uh, feeling, a feeling of, I need to solve, I need to figure it out, and spending so much mental energy on it. They don't get to that 10. So you experiencing this shows you that this is OCD. And you have to push through in this regard, even though your feelings are saying to you, well, this feels so real. What about this? What about that? It's still OCD. Always go back to that. Look at it as patterns. That these patterns are the same that I've had before about previous thoughts. They're exactly the same or very, very similar. this detail, that detail, this type of thought, that, it's kind of like how I said in the previous videos. It's still pasta. Pasta under red sauce, pasta under white sauce, pasta under clears. It's still pasta. It's the same thing. It's just presented to you in a slightly different way to confuse you and to get you back into reaction, because the brain is trying to pull you back into a reaction by any means necessary in order to for you to continue to do compulsions, for you to continue to protect yourself from this danger that it feels that you're in, because you're protecting yourself. So if you're protecting yourself, you must be in danger, because why else would you do it? And the brain is not programmed for OCD, so it doesn't understand that, oh, you're doing it because of OCD. It doesn't know what OCD is. It's not programmed for it. It just thinks you're doing it for some valid reason. So it really does start with what you are doing. Every moment of the day, you're setting up the program that will play itself out the next day and the day after that and the week after that. So if you start to set it up where, no, I'm not reacting, you will start to see the fruits of your labor. Not instantly, but you will start to see it. So you just need to push through the fear and the realness feelings. You will see that things will improve. I hope you find my videos helpful. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you tomorrow with another video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. If you would like to do one-on-one recovery program with me, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. You can sign up from there. Just a reminder that if you do sign up, please make sure that you are booking all the sessions that come with your package, or at least, I would say, if you can book at least 2 weeks ahead, that's fine, and then we can figure it out from there. But at least that you have the next few weeks um, spaced out the way you want it to spaced out based on the package. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.